Welcome to Relevant Happenings. In this video, we'll look at latest relevant current affairs. We'll see about National Hydrogen Mission and its significance. Then we'll see how India is about to get its first women Chief Justice in Supreme Court. We'll also see about smart health cards of Orissa along with other relevant current affairs. So let's begin. India's National Hydrogen Mission aims to aid the government in meeting its climate targets and making India a green hydrogen hub. As India is not energy independent, the government aims to make India an energy independent country before 100 years of independence is completed. Given the favorable geographic landscape and availability of natural elements in India, the country has a huge edge in effectively integrating renewable energy sources into its energy mix to become energy independent. So what exactly is this hydrogen mission? The National Hydrogen Mission proposes to harness the potential of hydrogen in the energy area and enable generating hydrogen from green power sources. Hydrogen fuel is a zero-emission fuel which is burned with oxygen. It can be used in fuel cells in internal combustion engines, just like it is used as a fuel for spacecraft propulsion. The mission will focus deeply on the generation of green hydrogen, which is extracted from clean and green power sources, and enable its commercial viability as a transportation fuel. Let us see the types of hydrogen fuel that are available. Grey hydrogen. It constitutes India's bulk production. Grey hydrogen is extracted from hydrocarbons like fossil fuels and natural gas. It is generated by splitting fossil fuel and natural gas into hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Hydrogen is used while the byproduct is CO2. Next one is blue hydrogen. This is also sourced from fossil fuels. Its byproducts are CO and CO2. In case of blue hydrogen, byproducts generated are captured and stored, so this is better than grey hydrogen. Now talking about green hydrogen, this is generated from renewable energy sources like solar and wind. This is made as electricity splits water into hydrogen and oxygen. Its byproducts are water, water vapor, and only in this process carbon dioxide is not emitted. However, technology to produce hydrogen and using it commercially is one of the biggest challenge. Also, producing green or blue hydrogen using hydrogen fuel cell technology and carbon capture and storage setup is quite expensive as well. Moving ahead, the Supreme Court Collegium headed by Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramanna has recommended total 9 names including 3 women judges for appointment as judges in the top court. This gives a possibility that India could get its first women Chief Justice. The 3 women judges recommended by the SC Collegium are Justice B.V. Nagaratna of Karnataka High Court, Justice Hema Kohli of Telangana High Court, and Justice Bela M. Trivedi of Gujarat High Court. Of these 3 women judges, Justice B.V. Nagaratna of Karnataka High Court could become the first women Chief Justice of India in 2027 if SC Collegium's recommendations are considered by the Union Government. Also, in a groundbreaking judgment, Supreme Court has permitted women to take the ND exam as well. The Apex Court slammed the Indian Army for not allowing women to take part in the National Defence Academy entrance exams and called this as the Army's policy decision promoting gender discrimination. However, Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bharti, representing the government in Supreme Court, had argued that it is a policy decision of the government, not the Army. All this happened after a petition for the NDE exam was raised stating issue of violation of Articles 14, 15, 16 and 19 of the Indian Constitution by denying the opportunity to eligible women candidates to join National Defence Academy. Moving ahead, Orissa Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik announced smart health cards for 3.5 crore people in the state. The smart health cards have been announced under the Biju Swasthya Kalyan Yojana. The initiative aims to transform the health service delivery system of not only the state but also create history in the health sector of the country. The smart health cards will enable each family to avail treatment up to Rs 5 lakhs per annum. Especially the women members of the family will be able to avail the benefit up to Rs 10 lakhs every year. The beneficiaries will be able to avail health services in more than 200 hospital chains of the country including Orissa. The smart health cards will work like debit cards for a certain amount. After this move, Orissa is the first state in the country to provide such smart health cards to the people. Meanwhile, in Tamil Nadu, in sync with its poll promise, the Tamil Nadu state government presented a separate agricultural budget in assembly. With this, Tamil Nadu has become the 3rd state to present a separate farm budget. This budget by the Tamil Nadu government exclusively features on agricultural schemes for the overall development of the farm sector. Before Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka were the only states that had presented their separate farm budget. Rajasthan and Telangana have also planned to introduce separate agricultural budget from next year. Talking about Uttar Pradesh, one more rename has been done in the state. The Zilla Panchayat Parishad of Aligarh has passed a resolution seeking to rename Aligarh as Harigarh. The proposal was passed unanimously by the newly elected district panchayat in its first meeting. The proposal has now been sent to the Uttar Pradesh government, which will take the final decision, and without any doubt the government will accept the proposal. Addition to this proposal, Mainpuri will be named as Mayanagar and Firozabad as Chandranagar. Mainpuri is named as Mayanagar after sage Mayan who founded the present-day Mainpuri. And Firozabad's name is changed as locals believe that King Chandrasen lived in Firozabad, and because of this it was known earlier as Chandravarnagar till about 1560 AD. The Uttar Pradesh government has earlier already changed the name of several places such as Faizabad to Ayodhya, Allahabad to Prayagraj, and Mughal Sarai to Deen Dayal Upadhyay Nagar. Now let's look at the thought of the day. There are only two ways to influence human behavior. You can either manipulate it or you can inspire it. The choice is yours and you are defined by the choices you make. So be wise and choose right to inspire the world. So these were the relevant current affairs of today. Hope you find the video informative. And to watch more such useful content, kindly subscribe to the channel and follow our regular videos. Thank you.